Welcome, welcome. We are back. We are working on 30 days of gratitude, practicing 30 days of gratitude so that we're able to shift our focus onto the positive things, showing appreciation for the things that we love, the things that we want in our lives so that we can magnetize those things into our lives. Because basically, what you put out is what you get back. So if you're showing gratitude towards things, you're making space for these things to come into your life. Today's affirmation is rest is safe for me. Rest is safe for me. And why are we talking about rest? Why are we talking about rest today? The reason why we're talking about rest is because rest is essential for your body. We need to give gratitude or show gratitude for our ability to rest because when you're resting, your body is repairing itself. When you want to magnetize things into your life, you want to be rested so that you're able to shift your focus and your energy into those areas. If you're not well rested, if you're not healthy, how do you plan on bringing these things into your life? Rest is so essential when it comes to your immune system, when it comes to your cortisol levels, your tissues repairing themselves, your tissues and your muscles repairing themselves, your blood pressure goes down when you're sleeping and you're resting. So many things happen when you are resting. We want to keep going because we want. And a lot of people don't understand how important rest is for the body. When you do not rest, you become more susceptible to illness, not just physical illness, but mental illness as well. You can't go very long without rest. After 24 hours, your body starts to want to shut down. After 24 hours, yeah, there are records of people that stayed awake longer than that. But just imagine what your function is going to be like if that is the time where if your body is supposed to stop and rest so that you can rejuvenate itself. Imagine what's happening when you skip that period of rejuvenation. When you skip the period that your body uses to heal itself. Imagine what happens to you when you do that. So that's when the body goes into a rest or digest state. If it does not go into that rest or digest state, it stays in a fight or flight mode. Imagine what your nervous system is doing when it's constantly in a fight or flight mode. Just constantly in a fight or flight mode. That means you're not noticing things happening around you. You're probably paranoid because your nervous system is going haywire. You just don't, you're not at the keenest place that you need to be. So how can you bring positive things into your life if you don't have, well, what's the use of bringing these things into your life? The things that you want. The ability to hold these things requires a strong body, mind, and spirit. And if you do not have those things because you are not resting, then how do you plan on keeping these things and maintaining them as you pull them into your life? And how do you plan on pulling them in without rest? Because if you can't focus, how can you shift your focus into the area of gratitude enough to bring these things into your life? I hope that makes sense when you put it all together. But rest is essential and we need to be grateful for it because without rest, your body would not be able to rejuvenate itself. So that's why we're grateful for rest and how amazing the body is that when you do decide to get rest, your body is able to repair itself. Now, that is a wonderful, magnificent, amazing thing. That is an amazing thing that your body can repair itself as you sleep. We think about these things as meat suits or flesh, but we are in some serious machinery, some serious technology that can repair itself as you go to sleep. Just think about that and see how grateful I'm grateful just talking about it because that is such a wonderful thing that our bodies can do. So I'm grateful for the rest. I am. I'm grateful for rest, and I think, and it's like the affirmation says, it is safe. Rest is safe for me. You're not going to lose out. Matter of fact, as you rest, you'll be thinking clearer so that you can bring more things into your life, more opportunity, because your thoughts are clearer because you're resting. So it's a cycle that's working together. Without the rest, the proper rest, how can you bring these things into your life? The somatic practice is slow your movements intentionally. So instead of rushing through things today, we are going to slow down. Slow down so that the nervous system can relax and calm down. Another thing that I didn't mention that happens in that rest and digest state is that your body is able to break things down and digest them. So if you're having digestive issues, ask yourself, digestion issues, ask yourself, am I getting the proper rest? Am I giving my body the proper rest so that it can digest the foods that it needs? So if it's not digesting the foods properly, then you're not absorbing the proper nutrients into your body. And without absorbing the proper nutrients, then you're not able to assimilate it to the different places that it needs to go to help your body repair itself or to function optimally. Back to the somatic practice. Slow your movements intentionally today. Slow yourself consciously and breathe. The visualization is body melting into rest. So we're going to visualize our bodies just calming down and slowly relaxing, going into a relaxed state. So slowly going into a relaxed state. Imagine yourself doing that, not just dropping to sleep. When you just drop into sleep, that means that you're exhausted. But imagine yourself winding down, slowly getting into a rest state. The more we visualize things, the more we're planting those seeds in our minds. Because it's almost like you've already done it once you imagine it. Your subconscious does not know the difference between if you did it or not. So if we're visualizing this, we're actually getting into the habit of doing it without physically doing it. So that's why visualization play a big part in you shifting your energy and shifting the way you think and healing yourself, because you're seeing it happen before it actually physically happens. The journal prompt is, why do I resist rest? What is it in me that is resisting rest? Why do I feel like I'm going to miss out if I don't get rest? Why do I think that I can hold on to this money if I don't rest? It will slip through the palms of your hands because you not having all your faculties are not strong enough to hold on to these things long term if you're not resting properly. Rest is one of the foundations of good health. Rest is one of the foundations of good health. It is very important to get rest. So what is it that's making you resist rest? Ask yourself that and figure it out. Figure out why and what you can do to get past this resistance to rest. Is it a fear about resting? Why do you not want to get rest? So that's the journal prompt. Why do I resist rest? The practice is take guilt-free breaks. So take some breaks today without worrying about, I got to hurry up and get back. Just a guilt-free break where you're actually resting. It could be 10 minutes, it could be 15, 30 minutes. And let yourself rest for 30 minutes. Let yourself rest for 30 minutes. Just sit there and do nothing. No music, no social media, no strolling on the phone. Just sit and be with yourself for 30 minutes. Now, if we appreciate ourselves and we showing gratitude for ourselves, why can't we be with ourselves for 30 minutes? That's another question. Why can't we just be still and take a break with ourselves for 30 minutes. The holistic tip is dim lights early. Get your body prepared for sleep. So dim your lights early. One way to have a better night's sleep is to put your phone away at least an hour before you go to sleep. Like stay away from the phone and the TV for at least an hour before you go to sleep, because the lights interfere you going into a deep state of sleep. Your body needs to be in complete darkness for it to rest properly. And a lot of us have different devices on. We wake up in the middle of the night. We're strolling on the phone because we think we can't sleep. So we just get on the phone. And it's probably a habit at this point. But your body needs to be in complete darkness. It should be, so that you're able to get the optimal rest, so that your body can do what it needs to do. So that is our holistic tip. Dim your lights early and let yourself slowly get to a state of sleep. Okay? Keep the area nice and cool, and then you'll be able to rest better. Okay? So that is the holistic tip for today. I will see you tomorrow. Peace and love. Mwah.